if you look at just the biology of the back part of the brain, we are hardwired, men are hardwired to make a baby every day, if not 5.
So there's been a lot written about monogamy and whether or not we're predisposed to be monogamous. Is it realistic to spend our lives committed to one person?
There has been a lot written about whether people are biologically predisposed to being monogamous. I think that's kind of the wrong argument, because I don't know if we're biologically predisposed to eating with a fork either, but but we learn, we practice. I think monogamy is a practice. It's a choice that you make every day. And I kind of think it's the wrong focus to look at. It's a practice almost like yoga or meditation or playing the piano. You get better at it as you go along, and it's really different for every couple. So I think in our times right now, monogamy is really challenging. This is the first time in history that you can cheat on your partner lying in bed next to them. We've never had this before. So the whole concept is changing, and the challenges are changing. And so I think we have to redefine how we look at it and how we work with it and how we make it happen. Can you be monogamous? Of course you can. Is it harder than ever? I think so. And we're supposed to do it with the same person for longer than ever, because we're living longer than we ever have before. So I don't think we can go on the same rules that we have in the past. I don't think when you first commit, you say, I promise to love and honor you, and you're allowed to have Facebook friends.
Benefits.
Yeah, exactly. So, it is a whole new world, and I think we need a new concept of what monogamy means to you and to me and to you and to my husband, and it's a new conversation.
I think we need to look also at actions versus words, because there's a lot of rhetoric around monogamy, and that's the gold standard for a relationship, and statistics are really varied, but when I did some research, it was between 23 and 88% of people cheat or have cheated.
Wow,
and that's like 1 or 2 of us, just to give you a sense, right? And the point is, so many of us are having non-monogamous relationships, we're just lying about it. So I would can we actually have a grown-up, conscious, honest conversation about what it would take? And if we can remove the deceit, how that would really give us a huge step toward being able to commit long-term.
Well, there's benefits to relationships if you're monogamous. I mean, you talk about this.
Totally.
There's definitely, the longer you're with someone in a committed, trustworthy, monogamous relationship, the more you grow.
Well, clearly there is a big discussion, and I'm really into the biology as well as this conditioning and society and all that stuff. And if you look at just the biology of the back part of the brain, we are hardwired, men are hardwired to make a baby every day, if not 5. And women are hardwired to make a baby every month. That's if we're animals. We have this part of the brain that's no different from an animal's. So yeah, if I was just back here in the brain, I would be this violent guy, and men have been very violent throughout history, and men have definitely not been monogamous throughout history. But I'm not just this, I'm this up here, which means I can take that huge survival, aliveness, energy, vitality, and health, and longevity, all comes from back here, and channel it with the front part of my brain to not be destructive, but to be creative and constructive. And it's like you were talking about, what are the benefits of monogamy? They're not just the fact that you can create a stable family, that you can create, civilization is based upon marriage. That's when we started becoming civilized. But it goes beyond that, is that people have learned to master monogamy, actually have lasting passion for a lifetime. There's tremendous hormonal benefits, longevity benefits, health benefits, happiness benefits. And my wife said it perfectly. After 7 years, we've been married 28 years, and we still have passionate monogamy. But after 7 years, after great sex, I always tend to interview her. It's just a little thing I do. That was really great, wasn't it, honey? And at that particular time, I said, that was as good as it was in the beginning. And she said, that was better. And I thought, how could that be better? It was great in the beginning. And she said, John, we've been married 7 years. We've known each other for almost 12 years, okay? So you've seen the best of me, and you've seen the worst of me, and you still adore me. that's what makes sex great. And people who've never had a long-term relationship with passion have no idea what they're missing. They don't even know the possibility exists to truly know somebody, love them, having forgiven them for mistakes and seeing the best and the worst, and you still come back to finding love and seeing the goodness in someone. That's amazing. That's like some gift that I worked hard to achieve.
Definitely, definitely.
And I think that's missing in a lot of the media. What people talk about marriage and the reality shows is all about this quick romance. And you know, what I see is that when women really understand and love themselves and know all parts of themselves, even the parts that they're ashamed to show, and they kind of have peace with that within themselves, they can bring in a partner that will fully accepts them as well. And when you're coming from that raw, true place, I mean, there's really no need to stray because you have this amazing connection that's beyond a sexual fulfillment. It's a spiritual fulfillment. And so I think that we need to really look at, especially with the divorce rate so high, that people need to redefine the way relationships are done anymore. It's not about just what you look like and how good you are in bed, but it's about who you are as a person and understanding yourself more than just the superficial conditioning that you've been programmed to be in by society. I think it's just a really great opportunity for us to have long lasting. And I love what you said about that, having someone love you for all that you are. It's just, that is better than the greatest sex in the world.
So it sounds like we are not necessarily hardwired for monogamy, but a whole person, a complete person whose full brain is engaged can be hardwired for monogamy and choose to be committed happily to one person for the rest of their life.